About to make Marcus blush. Look at him.
And he had the lights on.
Facts. Oh my God. Now I can hear his angelic voice. All right, that's enough Marcus Glaze. All right, that's enough. That's enough. We didn't. Nah, it's okay. I can glaze with some more. I ain't gonna hate today.
Jay's want to be the Krispy Kreme donut next.
Wow. Let's just get the pod started. And we'll start with the segment. Fuck it. That's a good way to get the juices flowing. Welcome to the Worst Take Podcast, episode 50. Damn, bro. You could have I was ready too. I put on my podcast voice and everything. Welcome to the Worst Take. It's episode 52. I'm Jay. This is Marcus. This is Ken. I'm not even gonna try. We'll try again next week. We're your hosts. We have a lot of anime topics to get to. It was a huge week in anime last week. The summer anime lineup is here. It's rolling. We'll talk about it. But first, I have a pretty interesting segment for y'all. Last week we did Who Would You Rather Take on a Two-Man to Bag Some Hoes? This week is which of these anime characters would you rather get drunk with? And we're gonna do it versus style. Okay. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
You guys in the comments too. Let us know. All right. First matchup we have. Would you rather go get drunk with Asta or Inosuke from Demon Slayer?
Fuck.
It's a rough time. Both of them are loud. Both of them are yappers.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with Asta. You know that nigga's he's a gym rat for real. I like the gym. I feel like he gonna get drunk and think we gonna end up going to the gym. Probably like having a crazy session.
I know where you're going with that. That's okay.
Yeah,
right.
I think his drunk ass will probably make me push past the new limit that I never did before. So you know, I'm a
throw your goddamn back out. All right,
type shit. Pause.
Honestly, I'm gonna go with Asta too, just off the fact that he's like probably the only one that can match my energy. You know, Marcus yells anime. Asta's a big ass yeller. That'll be the loudest fucking bar ever.
I swear, Inosuke be yelling. He don't have an inside voice.
But like Inosuke don't really be saying words though.
But Inosuke is the type of dude to get drunk and then like flex on everybody and accidentally like off somebody.
Overdo some shit. That's facts. All right, we started off with a light one. The next one, y'all know I love this comparison. It's gonna be in a lot of these matchups. Brooke or I'll say Jeremiah. That's crazy from Love Island. Brooke or Jiraiya.
Brooke or Jiraiya. Ooh, that's a good one too. I don't know. It depends what kind of setting we're at.
Yeah. Like, are there hoes there, or is it just like we just?
It's always let's just make that the baseline. If it's always it's definitely hoes there.
I think I'm gonna still go Jiraiya.
I'm gonna go Jiraiya because I think if they saw me getting drunk with the skeleton, they would probably think I have problems, and then when they hear the skeleton speaking some crazy ass shit, then they might think plenty of things. We might get arrested on site, so I'm gonna go Jiraiya.
Yeah, you might catch 19 charges with Brooke.
Shit, Jeremiah. Wow, that is crazy. I got bro on the brain. That pause. Yo, I will go with Brooke only because that nigga started singing and dancing. As long as he's singing and dancing, we good. But once he start talking, it's jail season.
We got Jiraiya the poet though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! Don't nobody want to see no poetry. People don't even read. It's 2025.
You don't gotta read. Spoken word type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Jiraiya is a smooth talker though.
Jiraiya is a smooth talker.
Yeah.
Jiraiya is a smooth talker.
He probably got like 19, unclaimed kids out there. He'll get you a good time.
Yeah, that's facts. All right, here's the next matchup. Would you rather get drunk with Gojo Satoru or Sukuna, the King of Curses?
Hypothetically, if you could get drunk with Gojo, I feel like Gojo would be fun to get drunk with.
I think he's a chill guy. Funny. I feel like Sukuna might fuck around and accidentally try and kill you for real. I don't you know what I'm saying? Like he might try
to up it on the whole bar.
Yeah, he might fuck around and try and cleave niggas. Like no, bro, like just chill.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Sukuna would be kind of fun. But only I think because my headcanon is messed up. Y'all know that girl that does like the JJK skits? Like she like the black girl. She does Sukuna a lot too. She's hilarious. But she be making Sukuna seem like he's fun as hell outside of JJK. I'm gonna send it to y'all.
That
I wish
shit
I knew
is-
her name so I could give her
W
credit.
propaganda.
Yeah,
No,
'cause that shit is not
literally.
canon.
I wish I knew this. Anybody know the comments know her name. I don't want to say it wrong. But I'll take that. The only thing with Gojo too is I feel like Gojo might be the type to like put you on some baddies. You know what I mean? Like he seems like he's happy when his homie scored too. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna
Facts.
glaze. He's
Hall
gonna
of
get
Famer
glazed.
sister.
No, literally,
Like-
literally.
Look how he was trying to coach up Megaman. He was like, "Yo, come on now. I see more in you. You can do this. Stop
Yeah,
limiting
facts.
yourself. You know what I'm saying?"
Facts. All right. The next matchup. Would you rather get drunk with Zoro from One Piece or Vegeta from Dragon Ball?
I'm going with Zoro because we're gonna get lost. So we might end up having a good time.
that is facts.
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
go.
go on an adventure somewhere. We don't know where it's gonna be, but we're going somewhere.
I'm gonna go with Zoro too. Low key, also, I feel like Vegeta would get annoying as fuck at some point, like with his ego. Nah, but bro, I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't know.
Going to the bar with Vegeta would be fun because like you could definitely get him to ego out on some shit.
That is, I mean, he like that bro that you could trigger and he's like interesting to watch type shit. Yeah.
He'd be like, bro, you can't take 5 shots, and he'd be like, oh, I could.
No,
do something.
literally, no. See, that's what I was thinking because like Vegeta now, like current Vegeta seems a little more fun than like he seems more fun than Goku to me in a lot of ways. Like him being with Bulma kind of like chilled him out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like as long as Goku's not around, if Goku isn't there, then I think you'll get a fun Vegeta. But if Goku's there, he's gonna be like, man, this bitch ass saying, you feel me? Like I'm the principal saying. Like, so as long as if Goku's not there, I might actually rock with Vegeta.
Nah, bro, Fallen Peak said it best. You could rage bait the hell out of Vegeta.
Yeah, no, facts.
That nigga took your title. How you feel?
That's crazy. All right, next one. Let's see where my list go. Ooh, this is one for you guys. See, I know I haven't seen Vinland Saga, but Thorfinn versus Itachi. This is like trauma versus trauma. This might not be the fun getting drunk, but hey, something gonna happen. This is gonna be a trauma bond session.
Who would? Well, the thing is, I feel like Thorfinn wouldn't even talk about his trauma.
No. Depends on which.
I don't think
Thorfinn.
Itachi would too. I think
Itachi would talk about it.
Itachi don't talk about shit.
That nigga gonna drop a sonnet on your ass. What you talking about?
So it's cool when Jiraiya do it, but it's a problem when Itachi do it. All right.
No, so I'm saying you gonna learn some shit. Like your mind gonna get expanded when he get drunk.
Thorfinn found God though, so like he not even gonna drink.
Sasuke,
Oh, that's terrible.
Type shit.
I might pick Itachi out the strength.
I have to go with Itachi. So
Yeah, no.
The only thing about Itachi is he was like a child superstar, so he never really got to be a child. So he might do some weird shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Same thing with Thorfinn.
Oh well, shit. All right then. Well, it's just gonna be a weird outing.
Wait, you really haven't watched Vinland Saga?
I tell y'all this like once every 6 months. It's like y'all don't believe me.
No, like that nigga Thorfinn, like he was taken by them bandits when he was like 6 years old. That nigga was out there doing some Itachi level shit.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like-
they're about the same character then. It's not like
But I think one is just a little bit more smarter though, for sure.
who, Itachi.
Yeah, he's way
Yeah,
smarter.
I was making sure it wasn't no Itachi slander coming through. All right, next one. This one a little bit fun for the big three fans. Would you rather I'm gonna make this a threesome too. Pause. Would you rather get drunk with Luffy from One Piece, Naruto from Naruto, or Ichigo from Bleach? I think I know my answer off rip, but
I think that one's Luffy.
Yeah. But I'm kind of curious about Ichigo though. Like, I don't know. No,
Luffy was my answer too. I'm
yeah,
actually getting a little bit sad about this list. We're all agreeing. It's
Nah, that one was the easiest one just because like we seen Luffy.
yeah, I'll say
at
we've
the
seen Luffy.
functions.
Yeah. I should have said Rock Lee. That would have been one. Rock Lee. All right. Last one. Well, we'll do last one. Honorable mention. Would you rather get drunk with Kakashi from Naruto or Yami from Black Clover?
Yami from Black Clover, definitely.
I don't know.
Kakashi might do some freak shit though. That's my problem.
I think
he's an in the head freak though. He don't do
Yeah,
no outward. I never see him do no legs.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying. When you get drunk, you get a little tipsy. You become a different person sometimes.
See, but
That is-
Kakashi is like funny though. Like That nigga really is like a comedian for real.
So is Yami.
But it's his
Yami's
more
funny
like
too, yeah.
stupid like comedy. Kakashi like he gonna say some witty ass shit that's gonna hit. For real.
I think Kakashi got some riz. I think I get what you're saying. Like,
Yami got Riz too. He was pulling up. What's it called? The girl from the other place.
yeah, but that's just from being like a badass. It's not from like the words that come out his mouth.
Hey,
like if Kakashi won, he could have got Kurenai.
Thanks. Honestly, he probably could have got Tsunade, old ass.
That's crazy.
Just saying.
I
That's
can see
right.
Kakashi with a nigga with a bitch from the Cloud Village.
It's all right because we got a better Kakashi and 2B Hero X Ghost Blade.
Oh my god, Freak Blade. All right, last one. This one might be a little more interesting. I feel proud about this one. If it's not interesting, I'm gonna be sad. Would you rather get drunk with Nanami from JJK or Shikamaru from Naruto? There we go. This one got y'all thinking a little harder. There we go.
I would just say Nanami because I would love to see what he's like act at the function, you know? Like I feel like I've seen Nanami too stressed out with the 9 to 5 and in a jujutsu sorcery job. Like I need to see what he's like when he's like relaxing in his element, like
yeah, facts.
Chilling out.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Shikamaru drunk would literally just exasperate his normal quality, so he just might get even lazier and just even more nonchalant. But like, I don't see him going like above and beyond like him being any different. Like,
hey, it could be the same for Nanami. He might just talk about how much he hates his life.
That could, yeah.
They said Nanami in the comments. They said Nanami because bro deserves a little rest.
Hey,
Respect.
that's true. That's true.
Respect.
He resting right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's move on. Lord of the Mysteries dropped this weekend. It was the Dongwa anime heard around the world. What are you guys' thoughts so far? The first episode was a little bit controversial. The second episode, I think, simmered things down a little bit. But we'll start with you, Ken, as someone who actually read, a little bit into the novel.
I'll give it like
red.
Nigga, I literally got the receipts. It's in the playlist on the page. I got receipts, nigga. Allegedly is crazy. But I'll give it like a solid like 7 out of 10.
Okay.
And I think the only thing I can really critique on it is the pacing, which there was no way. I don't see them like getting around the pacing because like I said, like the first like 40 chapters is like a glorified encyclopedia. So yeah, and if they did adapt that all the way like that, it wouldn't even make it to episode 3. Like if they adapted it the way they did it, like so that I think they had to speed it up for anime onlys. So, but it still kind of makes it a little incoherent, and they kind of like the Great Fog shit. I think should have had a little bit more of a emphasis on, and they kind of like switched up some shit with that, and like him like getting his like Beyonder powers. I think they could have put a little bit more of an emphasis on because there's a lot more that kind of went into it. Like he doesn't just get it right away. But other than that, and besides Leonard doing all that extra shit that nigga Leonard was not doing in the novel, like, so yeah, I'll give it a solid 7.
As somebody who didn't read the novel, I probably, bro, it's so weird because like watching the first episode, bro, I was just completely and utterly lost. Like, bro got isekai, I understood that, and then after that, it was a little bit like a little hard to understand without like internet help, people making think pieces and explaining what was going on. I would have been totally lost. The second episode did clean things up a little bit, and I'm told, I think you might have been on to tell me that the pacing of the next few episodes should be a little bit better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But the animation, dog, I'll give it a 10 out of. Y'all know I'm a lover of mid.
Hey,
I've loved less. So
no, that animation, bro. Even the song at the end, the ending song, that shit's tough. That was low key like my favorite part of the whole first 2 episodes, low key, was the song.
Hey, those Chinese opening and endings low key like be going
That shit was
crazy, bro.
busting. I can't lie.
Bro, that the all devouring opening too, that shit, bro.
Yeah,
that
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 was
that,
cool,
I
that
got
goes crazy too,
Playlist right now.
bro. Both
That
of them
was
go
cool, too.
crazy too because they just came out with another one too. So
Y'all want to know what's funny though? Like they were calling Luffy versus Kizaru over animated. And nobody said a thing about Lord of the Mysteries. That doesn't count as over. Look, bro, I couldn't tell what was going on half the time in that first episode, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Like if you
Mhm.
have epilepsy, this is not the show for you.
Nah, not at all. I'm not even saying it's over animated, but I'm just saying if y'all had a problem with Luffy versus Kizaru, how did y'all not have a problem with that first episode, dog? I don't know. It was just like dust. I just felt like I was just lost in a dust storm for like 20 minutes, bro. Like
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even think I could like pay attention to like the animation because I was so busy on trying to like focus on the subtitles. Like every time I would look back up to look at the screen once, I'd be like, "Fuck, I lost my spot,"
Yeah,
and then I had to
literally.
go back like 20 seconds.
I will say
literally.
though, like damn near almost every frame was very intentional. Like for niggas who have like read it, they dropped like 4 or 5 pieces of like foreshadow in like that very first like episode, which is like kind of like, okay, damn, they're actually taking a lot of attention into this, but like it was. I also think because of the pacing, the direction was a little off. Like I just feel like they didn't let certain scenes breathe. I just feel like it was just kind of jumping. So I feel like it was kind of.
It was going really fast.
It was
like,
going
really
very fast.
Like even sometimes when I was reading the subtitles, I was like, "God damn, wait! Like pause.
Yeah, like
take a breath,
I'm about
please."
to watch this shit on 0.75 or something to slow that shit down. One thing this has shown me is that I need to put some respect on. I guess I'm a manga reader too at this point for solo leveling, but solo leveling manga readers used to get on my fucking nerves before I actually read the manga. You know what I mean? And after dealing with novel readers, I need to take everything that guy ever said about manga readers, dog. Novel readers are way worse. I can't stand y'all.
I would agree.
I swear to God, y'all are like the most elitist. Like, well, if you actually read it, or it's not that hard to understand. Listen, if it took 200 chapters to explain this bullshit, you feel me? And we got one episode, everybody's confused. It has to be hard. If it's hard to explain, then it has to be hard to understand. You know what I mean? Like, and then they'll be like, it's called Lord of the Mysteries. It's not called Lord of the Understanding. All right.
The thing is, it's not even like I also don't like when novel readers be saying, "Oh, it's just a comprehension issue." Like, no, bro. Like, reading an encyclopedia isn't a comprehension issue. It's just the nigga put so much information that you can't cover all the shit in an anime and make it make sense fully. Like, you're gonna leave out so much context. Like, I don't know what you expect. Like, the niggas just happen to read it, so like they just feel superior. But like, nah, nigga,
Yeah,
like
facts. And now there's just revisionist history because now anime fans know that the first 200 chapters or first 100 chapters or whatever a snooze fest a little bit. And the readers are trying to act like it wasn't a snooze fest when before the anime came out, I was seeing a lot of the readers saying that it was a little bit of a snooze fest early on. You know what I mean?
It's not even a little bit. It's a lot of bit of a snooze fest.
It's just funny to watch. It's just funny to watch. Great. It's great so far. I think it's off to a great start. Visually looks stunning. The sound effects are even cool too. Like at some points, it kind of sounded like Fire Force. You know, sometimes Fire Force we have sometimes it's too much, but sometimes Fire Force be hidden with them sound effects. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
There are a lot of moments that are kind of like that. It was kind of hard to keep up with again because you're trying to learn the world, read the fucking fast ass subtitles, and then understand what you're seeing visually. Like I didn't know the fog was. I honestly they use the fog so much that I thought it was like a stylistic thing. I didn't know that it was actually like.
No, that's like
there's contextual meaning
yeah.
behind it and stuff.
Yeah, that's like his like main thing that he has.
His domain expansion.
Yeah, is there a word for it?
No, it's literally called
the Gray Fog, right?
It's literally called the Gray Fog.
What does it do?
Basically, he has his own like realm in which he can control things, and he can like bring people up. Where he's basically like faking being a god to these other people.
So it's literally a domain expansion.
Yeah, type shit. It's like a spiritual domain expansion type shit. But
damn,
he's literally like faking being a god to these people to get him to do shit like in the world and shit like that. So he can also like learn more about the world. So like it's like a pretty pivotal part, but like they like fucked up the translations with some of like the stuff too.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Crunchyroll doing their best to fumble a Chinese IP. You know how Crunchyroll is.
Oh yeah,
literally.
So it was, I don't know, but I think if they said like the first two episodes are going to be like the worst ones out of all of them, it should end up pretty well because there are some. I would say like the last like 40 chapters of volume 1 were actually like pretty like good. So if they can like slow that down and actually like develop that shit, I think I think it can be saved for sure.
I heard, I saw like something from a director's interview that he said like the first 3 episodes were, this like came out today, I'm pretty sure too. The first 3 episodes were like really fast paced, and then like from there on out, like he like the anime focuses on the characters and stuff a lot more and like goes more in depth with them. But I was gonna say honestly, even like from episode 1 to 2, like I thought like episode 2 was pretty easy to follow compared to episode 1.
Yeah.
I liked episode 2 way more than the first episode.
I would agree. It's just like I truly feel like this is like, I feel like it's a better experience if you're a nigga who's like read it beforehand. And I feel like because he goes from like drinking the shit, and then like with the next like scene or something, he's in the carriage with Leonard and they're about to go do a mission. Like there's like so much other like context that they didn't give, and then all of a sudden this nigga knows how to do shit. Like they didn't show him training or whatever.
Bro, did they actually say anybody's name like besides Climb already? Like, I feel like until episode 2 maybe, but I feel like I didn't know anybody's names. It was just faces, and it was some of them looked kind of similar, so I couldn't tell who was who.
Did you? Because no, I agree. Because when I was looking at when I was reading the subtitles, I'm like, they're not explaining shit or like telling nobody shit. So I'm just like, I'm just glad like I read the shit because I knew. But like, apparently in the Chinese like little symbols, they gave the niggas names and like what pathway that they are. But like, depending on us, we might have got that actual translation.
Yeah, Crunchyroll didn't even bother to translate that shit, which is insane, bro.
Yeah, because like that's like a huge thing, knowing what pathway a nigga is, like what he can do. Like they let you know right then and there, but they just didn't translate.
Crunchyroll said, "Take a wild guess." Fuck you.
Yeah.
Hey, Crunchyroll got to be bullies at this point because we've seen the way they handle everything that's not solo leveling, and they just do shit like you can tell there's milk shit for money. They're like, okay, Lord of the Mysteries has a huge fan base. They're gonna watch whatever we put out. T-Bay has a huge fan base. We're gonna debo them into picking a bullshit production studio just so we can hurry up and speed this shit out, and then we're gonna put it on the front page and make everybody watch this bullshit. But they're gonna watch it because it has a huge following. Like I feel like they have to be applying pressure on some of these like IPs, because if I was somebody who had the power, like at least had some kind of like, say so over any of this stuff, I'd stay far away from Crunchyroll. You know what I mean? Like it's weird.
They do it time and time again. Like we saw the same shit with not Lord of the Mysteries, Tower of God.
Yeah,
we saw it with the God of High School.
Yeah,
we saw all those manhwas. They've come up through Crunchyroll, and each and every single time they have failed. Like they've never delivered.
Yeah, facts. If I was Tencent, I'd be pissed about them translations, because you produce this beautiful, quality work, and it's already a little bit confusing. But even if there aren't like the side, because I did see some of those, like, what was it, the kanji or whatever it's called, I did see. I just thought maybe it wasn't important, but then after seeing a few, I think you explained it, and Light Novel Historian explained it, I was like, wow, that would have actually really fucking helped. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But, and then I'm not gonna let these niggas slide. What the fuck happened to all the 8, simuldubs?
Yeah, bro. They did.
No, because like y'all saying we getting 8 dubs. I'm like, all right, bet. I don't gotta watch this in Chinese or Japanese, straight English.
It's false advertisement.
Yeah, and I don't think we getting them bitches anytime soon.
They're gonna give it to us the exact same time we normally get it. That's crazy. That's not a simul anything.
No.
When they said simul dub, they meant like all the dubs were coming out. Besides, like the Chinese one was gonna release first, but like all those other dubs are releasing together. 2 weeks later. Insane. Yeah.
And they labeled it Japanese too on the website and on the app too.
They definitely
that's even funnier. Like, hey, Crunchyroll better stop playing. It's gonna be an uprising against them.
If I was like Tencent and them niggas, I would strike a partnership with the pirate site.
At this point, but pirate sites don't be wanting to do deals with nobody. They be trying to stay like, because who was it? Somebody, I think, was it 9 Anime or one of the other ones? Somebody actually tried to buy so they can turn it into like an actual streaming service with the licensable rights and stuff. They're like, nah, We don't keep doing what we doing like until the FBI comes and knocks our servers out. Like,
so sometimes those sites be having better translations than Crunchyroll.
bro, better translations, better user interface, except for the millions of ads you have to fight through. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you do have to.
I got a
blocker,
pop
though.
up blocker. My pop up blocker be doing the Lord's work, nigga.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
like
6,000 pop-ups have been blocked on my shit.
nah, facts. All right, I'm excited for that. So this was confusing me. Was Friday a pre-release and it's going to be on Saturdays from here on out, or is it releasing Friday at buttfuck midnight every week?
I think it might be Friday
Yeah, I think so too.
at midnight.
Because originally,
are they technically like they're technically a day ahead of us, aren't they?
they're an hour ahead of Japan. So whatever Japan is, yeah.
Okay.
Damn, that sucks. But I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. It was weird though too, because they all last month they were saying comes out on the 28th, and then it came out on the 27th. You know what I mean?
So it was probably the 28th for them by that time.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. But even
because they got to be like 6-7 hours ahead of us.
no, but it was saying for Crunchyroll, it'll break down the different days, like the different times, whatever for your like states, China.
Okay.
So I don't know. Crunchyroll, get your shit together, dog. Get your shit together. That's all. We'll leave it at that. Let's hop into 2B Hero X real quick before we get into the spring anime wrap up.
Jump into the night.
Hey.
Man, actually, fuck this, because I got something to say, bro. Everybody that was saying, oh, Lord of the Mysteries is about to be the best anime or the best donga, this is going to be better than every anime to come out. Motherfucker, that shit didn't even have the best first episode in donga, because if we're going to talk your shit, 2B Hero X had a way fucking better first episode than Lord of the Mysteries ever fucking did. First two episodes, I don't give a shit. Everybody over here talking about how they're confused about the first two episodes and Lord of the Mysteries. 2B Hero X first two episodes was fucking iconic.
Cliffhanger of the year type shit.
Hey,
I'm
man.
done.
Hey, man. Hey, they saying kind of true in the comments. They saying trying to kind of true in the comments. Hey, Mark is not lying though.
No, it's they had a great rollout, but I don't know if the execution might not be the
Talking about the first two episodes. We're talking 2B Hero X or Lord of Mysteries.
Lord of Mysteries. They had a great rollout, but like the execution might not be the best. I feel like if you're gonna be anime of the year, I feel like your first two episodes, even maybe you can stretch it to 3, they matter a lot. Like that first episode matters if it's gonna like catapult you into like that direction of like anime of the year. And I don't think that first episode did enough to put it in the same stratosphere to potentially be like anime of the year.
It wasn't even better than Solo Leveling's first episode, if we're being honest.
No, not at all.
That's facts.
Type shit. It's all Crunchyroll's fault. They're saying in the comments. That's funny. The Lord of the Mysteries dub was supposed to come out. We're not totally sure when it's coming out. Let's respond to some of the comments real quick. Black Clover is back. It's crazy. We're getting information on Black Clover tomorrow or on the 5th.
Anime or manga?
Anime.
Ooh.
Anime.
That's gonna show us like a key visual. It's gonna bait us for like 6 months straight, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, that shit's not coming out to like 2029. So
2020. I was gonna say same thing. Nah, facts. Hey, 2B Hero X, I put some respect on it. I don't know. I feel like it's weird. Like it almost still feels slept on. You know, like is it just me?
No, I agree.
No, it is like
and a little bit hated too. Like slept on and hated a little bit. Like it's weird.
Because I've been like the other niggas that like I'm like friends with that like they watch anime, but they're not like as locked in as we are. I'm like, yo, you gotta. I was like, Tam. I was like, yo, Tam, you gotta tap into 2B Hero X. He was like, is it really good? I'm like, yeah, nigga, like that shit is like that for real. Like it's probably has one of the most original and like unique things to like come out in probably the last like 5-10 years. Thanks. I'm like, but like still, I don't know what it is. Like niggas just. They just not locked in with it as I feel like it should be.
The things I've been seeing people say is part of it, the 3D be throwing them off, I guess. But then when it goes to 2D, they be like, "Where's the 3D at?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like, I don't know.
I think niggas maybe the anthology type, like more than one like MC.
I can
like,
understand that.
Maybe that's throwing niggas off because they feel like maybe they can't like connect with a nigga. But like, I feel like that's what's like separating it from like the rest and making it better. Because like they're able to like tell like really concise and good stories and like these little like 2-3 episode like stints. I don't know, But
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think what's hard for people to get into 2B Hero X is just that it's doing a lot of things differently that we're not like used to. Like you said, with the anthology, what do you call it? It's telling the story backwards, basically. Like we're getting it from like a future perspective, diving back into the past.
mm-hmm.
There's like a lot of elements to 2B Hero X that I think like it kind of shies people away from watching, because I'm not gonna lie, that first arc, like you get that nice arc and you're just like, we need more of that after.
Yeah, no,
facts. I agree.
I understand, because I was kind of irritated too, but then they hit you with that ESO arc, which was, as far as writing goes, and that's what's annoying about it, because it does everything people ask for from other anime. It'll be like, oh, this writing is basic. Oh, these characters are plain. Oh, the animation is whatever. You know what I mean? It hits all that. Like, it has a unique story style. It's telling the story like in a, I don't know how to explain it. It's not a linear story. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, from start to finish. We're getting little bits of information here and there. You get information from the PVs that are in the anime, so you kind of got to watch each and every PV. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that's cool to me, because like there's so much lore that's around you just got to look for. Like, it makes the anime feel more interactive. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing about Zero in any of the anime and any of the episodes except there's nothing about Zero in any of the episodes, right? But there's so much information about him.
Yeah, they only mention him I think like once. I think Queen mentions that the Red Dawn incident happened.
Yeah, see, but you wouldn't even know what it is if you didn't like see somebody else.
That's great world building too. Like,
bro, it's amazing world building, like inside the world and then in like real life too, because like you have to look for the information. It just feels more interactive. Like, I appreciate that, because the only other equivalent would be manga to anime, but manga kind of tells a story instead of dropping breadcrumbs. You know what I mean? So like, I like that. I like that. I wish some people would kind of like respect that more about it.
I think we also got to like realize that like most of these anime fans, like they just be criticizing, but don't really know like what they're criticizing. And two, like they just be kind of just saying shit maybe because they heard somebody else say shit, and they don't really like take the time to like sit and like break it down and like see what it actually is. So I don't know. Some of these niggas' criticism, you kind of just got to like take with like a grain of salt, because
that's TikTok. You know that as a creator, you be seeing some comments that be like, all right, this is clearly a brain dead comment.
Yeah.
Clearly a low, what they used to call it? A low
IQ?
Yeah. What's the other? Low frequency or something?
low vibrational.
Yeah, low vibrational. This is low vibrational thought pattern.
That's funny. Yeah, but I like the first episode to Loli.
I don't know which one it is. Loli.
Yeah,
Loli.
I think it's Loli.
Yeah, I like the first episode, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that fight sequence between her and Ghostblade was tough.
Nasty.
That's like Iron Man versus like Captain America-esque type vibes.
No, facts. No, literally.
Yeah,
literally. And
that's actually a great way to put it.
I'll be honest, as somebody, we've all pretty much seen all the PVs. I think we can kind of agree Loli was like the least interesting character compared to everybody else. So I wasn't really excited for these. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of just hoping that they go by fast. But now I'm locked in. Like, I'm interested in her. Her dad is interesting. She's the first character and we've seen it a long time with two functional parents in a household. You know what I mean? I thought the dad was gonna be a dick too. Like, that caught me off guard, because I thought he was gonna be like, yeah, you're never gonna, work on science again and build a suit. And he was like, nah, come to the lab, baby girl. I got you. You know what I mean? So I totally like that. That totally.
He was just upset that like, yo, there was shit that we could have fixed for real. I could
have had you out there whooping Ghostblade's ass. And you would have, you know what I mean? Like, instead you got cooked. Yeah. So.
Niggas cam footage.
I like her. I like her arc too. Like, I think she has like a pretty good arc and stuff.
No, thanks.
I think because we're also like hitting on a different theme too that I feel like other characters weren't necessarily like hitting on. Like, hers is just being like showing that you can be like more than like one thing, that you're not like tied to just like one type of like identity, which I like.
Oh yeah, and it's definitely talking about like sexism. You can go look. It's talking about sexism.
No, I'm just
and all, like the
yeah.
At first, I was a little bit. It kind of felt a little corny when they're like, "She's like, oh, I'm too cute to do this." I was like, "Where do they?" But then they tied in like, the other girl. I can't remember her name, but she basically got her "I'm a super genius" type degree. I don't know what degree it was. I can't remember. And they put her in the front desk as a receptionist because she's pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, then I was like, okay, I see where they're going. But earlier, I was kind of like, all right, I'm too cute to do this, and that is annoying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? But they tied it back in good. They brought me back in. Kyle would have been pissed, bro. You go through school 4 years, some kind of extremely technical degree, you know what I mean? Like,
Bro, she
and they're
graduated
like,
the top of the class too.
top of the class, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna have you start off at the reception desk." I promise you, I'd have been pushing papers all off off that table.
Hey, she was crashing out at the end of the episode when she was
facts.
tipsy.
Facts. No,
I swear-
literally.
hey, I'm
She was
telling
talking
you,
her
hey,
shit.
I'm telling you,
swear,
I think she might be an op, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Hey, you know
right
what's
when
funny?
Right when that phone call happened, old boy popped up in the building.
It's weird because it sounds ludicrous, like Ken's theory. It just sounds extremely stupid. But the way To Be Hero X works, it'd be the one person you don't suspect that be like the most evil, maniacal, got some like bullshit going on. So he might be right. Honestly, she might be the villain this entire arc. You know, like. I think she's just her friend, but from the PVs, she was like they're at the bar hanging out together and shit. So like,
you know, from what we know, To Be Hero X, these niggas don't keep too many friends.
oh, that just clicked to me. That was her. So the PV was her, Loli, and the girl at the bar, and that was them coming back from the PV. Oh, I'm slow. I just like clicked just now. I'm like, they were at the bar together too in the primary visual, and she was like punching that little punch thingy.
Yeah,
that shit was tough. That was tough. See, that's why I like To Be Hero X, dog. I hope they do more things like this. Aniplex and Billy, please stay together. Don't break
Facts.
up.
that's why I want to watch Link Click next because that's the same director.
And that shit was
It's an anime original too.
And that shit was consistently getting higher rated than Soul Leveling too. So
I started Link Click. I fell asleep.
It says Sleep Click.
Sleep Click. Nah, I definitely. It looked interesting.
Link
I understand. Link Sleep. All right, let's get into this spring anime wrap up so we can put spring 2025 behind us because there was a lot of mid to get through.
Thank goodness.
There was a lot of mid to get through. Anybody in the chat watching with us? We're about to get through this anime spring hot or nas. Marcus, you want to do this one? Usually better with those.
All right, so I'm basically gonna start naming out the spring anime 2025 list, the very incredibly mid spring anime 2025 list, and y'all are gonna tell me if the following animes were peak or weak.
Peak or weak, let's do it.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Let's get it started. All right, at number 1, we're gonna start with everybody's favorite spring anime of the season, The Beginning After the End. Was
Peak.
that peak or weak?
Peak.
Peak if I was delusional.
Peak.
Oh, that shit was hot dumpster juice.
The Tibet anime was the greatest anime I've ever laid eyes on. Mushoku Tensei who?
Boiling
Mushoku
gooch
Tensei
sweat.
who? Those animators, I pray that their pillow was cold. You feel me? I pray that. Nah, fuck that shit, dog. That shit was
Unfiltered
ass.
sewer water.
Embarrassing. How could you be an animator, put that out, and be okay with yourself? Like your name, that's on your resume for the rest of your life. You feel me? People are gonna laugh at you if you try to get a job with another animator. What you work on, T-Bait? You can say that with a straight face. There's no way you can say that with a straight face, bro. Come on now. There's no fucking way. That's like saying I played for the Browns in 2017. They won like one game. You feel me? Like
You got paid at Miller though.
yeah, they got paid for some mid.
Bro, and the crazy part is too, actually, chat, let us know in the comments, was T-Bait peak or weak? And I'll say it like this. I feel like the problem with T-Bait, on top of the really bad animation, was the fact that everything was just straight up filler. What the hell just happened to my screen?
You're still good. Oh, your face is a little frozen. Oh, all of us is froze. Can y'all hear us in the chat still?
Yeah, I think they can. We're good.
Okay. Type shit.
But
You see the picture? I look glazed. Marcus is
all right, but we're good.
okay.
What I was gonna say before I got interrupted by my computer taking a shit, I was gonna say that T-Bait, not only was the animation bad, but we didn't know what the fuck they were doing with the story in general. They weren't even like they weren't even like trying to like stay faithful to like the
Anything.
like light novel or the manhwa, which is the craziest part because literally in the interview, like Turtle Me promised, like, or like the directors promised Turtle Me that they read the shit.
He
that
got
they were gonna
finesse.
be faithful to the shit. So
Turtle Me got finesse, dog. He got finesse. You can even tell by the way he be tweeting. I think you could tell when you know somebody who got scammed, but they knew it was their fault. Like they should have known. You know what I mean? Like when somebody tells you like, oh, somebody told me if I give them 500, they'll turn that shit into 2,000. Like, and they tell you they didn't do it, but like they're not mad about it because it's like, yo, that was my fault. I'm done for that. That's how turtle me is, bro. Like it's. I think he like knew like Crunchyroll laid out a list of production companies, and he looked through that mid and was like, fuck. And his whoever's behind him, I don't know if it's webcomic or whatever, they were like, nah, pick one of these. Tapas was like, look, we're not turning down this offer. Pick one of these right now. He got forced through some bullshit because there's no way.
Because I think, honestly, bro, I don't think Tapas has another anime before. I think that T-Bait was their first series from like their webcomics to get an anime.
That's embarrassing.
From what I know. I think so, yeah.
I can't believe we about to turn this to a whole T-Base segment if we keep fucking around. What's the next one? Y'all?
All right, so the next one we could definitely talk about, and chat, let us know, peak or week, the Super Cube.
That shit was peak for 3 episodes.
And then peak again for like episode 7, or was that 8?
I was combining them all together.
Okay,
episodes 1, 6, and 7.
Tight shit.
It was 1, 3, and like 7. Those are the ones.
Hey, listen. I'm not gonna lie. The Super Cube, I think that was the best anime of the season. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I thought it was low key, arguably the best one. Now, the reasons why I would say it's the best one is because it was the second coming of Solo Leveling. And what I mean by the second coming of Solo Leveling is that they literally just took almost the same exact type of plot, switched it up a little bit so it wouldn't seem like copyright, and pasted it in just a shittier format. A way shittier format, but...
Bro, Super Cube is like when you tell your mom I want Chick-fil-A and she said we got Chick-fil-A at home. That was I want Solo Leveling. We got Solo Leveling at home. That's what Super Cube was. Oh my god.
Had Dino chicken nuggets at the crib.
Bro, we got catfish.
That shit was Temu Leveling.
Dog, great value leveling. Almost leveling. Come on, we ain't.
I tried to level.
I tried to level. It didn't work. I shouldn't have solo leveled alone. Dog, there's no
I guess
way.
I can't solo.
Literally.
Hey, Zigo Chen still carrying the episode. The character that only I know the name of. He's carrying.
Oh, you are the only person that knows his name.
Purple Hair Gojo. Let him know.
Purple Hair Gojo. Listen, you are his biggest fan. You are his best marketing. They need to hire you.
They do, bro. They just honestly, they should have just focused the whole like season off of just him alone.
They could do a spinoff like they did for Maggie with what's his name?
Sinbad?
Yeah, Sinbad. They do a Zigo Chen spinoff.
They're gonna be marketing that shit, and then everybody like outside of China is gonna be like, bro, who the fuck is this?
Nah, literally. Bro, the funny thing is too, like that anime, they had like a Demon Slayer to manga to anime type because I think you showed the panels or whatever what it looks like in actual Dongwood.
Yeah, bro.
That's embarrassing. How is this stuff getting out? Like we need to make our own anime this way. Like there's no way.
Bro, that's why. Nah, let me chill. I'm not gonna.
Hey, look, I know where you're going. I know exactly where you're going. We can go to the next one. We got Lazarus before we get kicked off this platform. TikTok will pack us up quick as hell.
Peak or week, chat. Let us know. Lazarus.
Can there be a middle ground somewhere in there? Like,
I would say that shit was like extremely lukewarm.
Yeah.
Peak.
I
there's no middle. Dang, it's peak or weak.
Oh, no,
Meek. How about this? Peak, weak, or meek? That shit was meek as hell.
That's fair because then you got like Meek Mill mid rapper, so I get it. I get it.
You see the vision,
bro.
It's weird because Lazarus had like everything in the world that it needed to be peak. Like
it really did.
Main character was really cool. Animation was fire. Aesthetic was fire. The soundtrack was fire. The story direction was fire. It just didn't go anywhere. Like,
I think it really needed was like better like plotting for like the conflict for real. Like I don't think like I feel like there should have been something a little bit more to like amp the stakes between each episode instead of like at the very end. Oh, if we don't find this nigga at the very end, everybody dies type shit. Like I feel like there needed something in between each of those episodes to like build up the stakes. Like,
nah, I agree because like for the like there was like a 5-episode period in the middle where like they were just doing straight up bullshit, like acting like the world wasn't about to be fucking ending. Like y'all literally got like 20, y'all got like 15 days left, and y'all just over here like
that shit was Mission Impossible, bro. It was Mission Impossible. Honestly, I don't even know if that would have saved it though, only because of the way that they ended
executed at the end, the payoff.
The ending, bro. The fact that they showed Skinner in episode 2 and everybody knew for a fact. You feel me? I feel like maybe they were trying to go for it's not about the ending, it's about the journey and like the friends you met along the way type shit. Because that's the only thing I can think of to make like sense. Other than that, it just feels like what it is, an Adult Swim anime. You know what I mean? This was an Adult Swim ass anime. Each episode felt like it was like in the
poor
same
man's Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I really was trying not to compare it to that, but like that's kind of what it felt like, dog. Like,
I mean, aren't they the same?
Yeah, same director.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Hama comp.
Nah, we gotta get
Watanabe. Yeah, it's something. It's
you didn't do that on purpose. I thought you did that on purpose.
My brain thought I could say his name, dog. My mouth couldn't. Watanabe. All right, I'm done.
Kamikaze Hamazazi.
Now I'm gonna look it up to make sure I get it right. I gotta put some respect on Watanabe. Hold on, Yuta Watanabe. No, that's a basketball player.
No nigga.
Shinichiro Watanabe. There we go.
Shit.
There we go. That's crazy. His profile picture looks like some Cowboy Bebop type shit. He got like the Matrix glasses.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. But Lazarus had everything it needed to be a good anime, like a really great anime. It turned out to be a decent one. Like I'd still suggest somebody watch it if they were like, is it worth watching? I think it's still worth watching. It just don't expect it to be the greatest thing you've ever seen. You know
I would. I feel like it's like a chill type of thing you could watch in the background if you're just trying to vibe. Or like
it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Have something on it during like a function or whatever. Just like if it catches your attention during that time, I feel like it'll be cool. But yeah, I would agree. It's not a groundbreaking thing that you really got locked in with.
Yeah, facts. It was another one of those anime that started out with a really banger episode. Like the first episode, that shit was hard.
Oh yeah, that shit was yeah.
And then they just circle jerk you for 12 episodes.
Hey, but at least it wasn't Ninja Kamui. At least that was a much better Adult Swim outing than Ninja Kamui was.
I don't know, dog. Ninja Kamui got a greenlit for 2 more seasons. Season 2 and 3 are in production.
No, that they gaslighting somebody. I don't know who it is.
I don't know how that happened. I think because the way like some of those Nielsen ratings go, sometimes it's partially based on just how many clicks and views it gets across the internet. They might have misunderstood why it was getting so many clicks and views. Like it wasn't because it was great. It wasn't because it was great. All right.
Concurred. I'm not gonna lie, my audio.
Your audio. Well, I don't know what you.
My audio cut out for
there
like.
it is. We're back. We're back. Yeah, we're good now.
So yeah, I was like, I don't know where we left off, but was that the end of the
Lazarus? Yeah, move on to the next one, big dog. Move on to the next one. Well, I was trying to. That felt like when you're trying to stretch a minute-long video from like 45 seconds. The last 15 seconds sometimes it'd be like, fuck. What can I say that's interesting?
No, that's facts. All right, next up we got All Devouring Whale, the other downward that dropped. That wasn't Super Cube.
I'm putting that's peak. That's in a
peak. That should have blew up the way Super Cube blew up.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Hey. By the time LTM is finished, we're gonna have to have a conversation to see which one is better.
Between what? Oh, are they both technically cultivation? Is that what is LTM cultivation technically?
I would put it more in the system category than I would.
Okay.
Because like the pathways is kind of like a system node tree type situation.
Okay.
But with a little bit of it's a weird type of mix. But I was just saying in terms of dongless.
Oh yeah, we all know why the All Devouring Will didn't blow up like Super Cube. It's super simple. It's because it's both Billy, and they dropped that shit 2 weeks after 2B Hero X, and they put every dollar they owned into 2B Hero X. Clearly, like, you feel me? Like that has to be what it is. It just got stepped on by 2B Hero X. Because other than that, I think any other time it dropped, they would have been able to put a little more into it. But you don't see it everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably what it is.
And I think a lot of that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and it wasn't like I think the reason why the Super Cube like blew up too, like before that blew up, was the fact that like we literally just had solo leveling right before it, and like the Super Cube was literally just like a solo leveling fucking carbon copy.
Yeah, facts.
We're also getting like a couple trailers like a year or so in advance too. Like so like there was a little bit of a buzz for it before
they gave us their best animation. Those trailers, if you look, were literally just the 3 best fights, like 13 seconds from the 3 best fights. Like they, we got catfish. We're talking about All Devouring Whale in the chat. Somebody asked. What are you about to say?
Go ahead, Mark.
No, I was gonna say it was basically like a Pokemon on steroids with like a crazy ass power system.
Yeah,
bro, I think it actually has like a really good like story too. Like, I think that story is gonna age up like pretty well. And the first 2 like episodes with their animation was kind of crazy. That first episode of animation was.
Yeah, and it's isekai done right. Like it's not just like some corny, like, you know what I mean? Like it's interesting. It's like isekai, like a lot of the times
it's kind of like a regression, I would say.
Yeah. Like a lot of times, sometimes isekai is like the isekai portion isn't like a part of the plot. Like it's just the way the story starts. You know what I mean? Like at least in some of the stuff that actually make it to the anime. I know light novels and manga gets a little bit different, but like, you know, like Reincarnated Slime, the isekai portion was just the start. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like hugely tied into what happened moving on. But like the fact that he got reincarnated in somebody else's body in the same time, same verse, same, you know what I mean, is like something as, you know, in a place where you already built something as another person with relationships with other people. That's super cool to me. Like it made it like more interesting. You know, it wasn't just like random isekai.
And to like see that like crash and burn in the second episode too.
Yeah.
Man.
That was sad. There's no way a show gets you 3 episodes in. You kind of like, damn, I feel bad for this guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know. I barely know his name, but All Devouring Whale was fire. Somebody in the comments asked a question directly pointed at you, Marcus. They said, "Are you guys keeping up with Yaiba?" And funny enough,
I actually finished the first season of Yaiba, and I will say it was honestly probably somebody on Twitter like summed it up perfectly. They were like, it really tests your if good animation can carry an
oh shit. Oh, it's like that. I guess
because they got great animation.
It has amazing animation. It has amazing animation, but like
the story was like
the story isn't like anything like, you know, it's just like a pretty straightforward, nothing like out of the ordinary, nothing unique. I feel like they really don't like build up the world like they really could. But also it's only 12 episodes in, so I'm not gonna. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
Coming, huh? I guess while we're at it, then we might as well jump to it. Chat, let us know. Peak your week. Yaiba, what'd you guys think?
But I'm not gonna lie, that has to be some of the best like sword fighting, like not even like the last fight. Like I'm talking like in general, just
no, they got the entire sword choreography.
That has to be some of the best sword choreography. That has some of the best. Like when we talk about anime fights of the year, like that definitely has a few contenders in the making too.
Okay. Type shit. Okay. Might have to make sure I go back and finish. I'll just start playing. Is the English dub out? That's one of the shows I'll just wait for the dub. I'll wait for the dub and play in the background while I'm doing stuff or something.
I don't even think the English dub is out.
Oh, that's insane.
If the English dub for Blue Box is out, that should be out.
I'll check and see. What we got next up on the list?
We got next up, we could talk about Your Forma. Jay, this is all you.
Yeah, this is all you.
Your Forma. I honestly think it's peak. I'll say I think it's peak. It's the complete opposite of what you just explained with Yaiba. It's can the story carry, you know what I mean, a show that doesn't have a whole lot of fighting and like crazy animation. Like animation's good, but it's not. They don't really need it because it's not like a super intense action anime. And I think it's cool. I mean, it definitely gives. I'm gonna say Death Note vibes, but not because of like the story. Just because of how like psychological Death Note can be sometimes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it's definitely like a psychological type thriller. I like that. It was cool. It's a good story so far. I didn't get to finish it, but where I was at, I was enjoying it. I'll say peak.
Cool.
Type shit.
All right, next up, Sword of the Demon Hunter. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
we're like running through like a whole bunch of animes nobody could really give a fuck about, but
Yeah, I would say we gotta do it. It's our job.
We gotta
Somebody
do it.
gotta do it. Sword of the Demon Hunter. I'd say that was pretty meek. I say meek.
Yeah, I didn't get past like episode 4.
It wasn't weak, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I gotta keep watching this. You know?
Yeah, no.
So,
I would say, bro, I ain't gonna lie. After episode like 2, the story was already kind of like losing me a little bit, and by like 4, I was no longer like interested.
oh, so it's weak then.
I think I might just got to give it a chance, because like sometimes when I was watching it, I was like in one of those moods where I was like tired and I wasn't really like attentive.
Yeah,
so like I probably might have to give it, but the animation was good to like maybe keep me a little more interested potentially. But I'll put it in the meek category right now since I didn't finish.
Once you start getting to those later episodes, I'm not gonna lie, that should be having like animation on par with like T-Bait. Like, it gets bad, bro.
I ain't gonna like, bro. Some of them CGI monsters I was seeing in like episode like 3 and 4. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Oh,
but it'll
no.
be dark. It'll be dark, so it's like it was like kind of covering for it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
I was seeing some of that shit, and I was like,
there's like this one scene where like he goes to, like, attack the dude, and it's like they took like a PNG of him, split him up to the and like made him like go through the guy.
That's
and
crazy.
then they put the guy in half. Like, I was like, nah, bro. Yeah, it was bad.
that's crazy. That's insane. All right, guess Sword of the Demon Hunter was weak then. What we got next?
All right, next up, I think this is like one of the sleepers of the entire spring anime, but we got Witch Watch.
oh, I fuck with that shit. That shit
Peak.
tough.
That's just
Witch Watch is peak. Witch Watch is peak. I enjoy that. Witch
Witch
Watch
Watch
is peak. I don't care what y'all say. Witch Watch is peak in the comments.
Bro, the comedy in that, like, honestly, like,
yeah.
that's one of the few animes that actually be making me laugh. That are supposed to be
I would
like
agree.
a comedy too.
Does it count as romance? Like, I can put that under my romance badge. Like, I don't watch a couple of them hoes now, or I can't count as romance.
I feel like it's more of I feel like it's more of a
good.
comedy than it is a romance.
I mean, romance comedy is a thing. You feel me? Like, nah.
Okay. I feel like you gotta really. I feel like you gotta put some more like shows like Blue Box in there. Some other stuff in that type of Blue Box type of category for romance.
Not you being a romance elitist. That's crazy.
I've watched like at least like 25, 30 of them.
Type shit.
Ken knows this shit. Ken knows this shit.
Type shit.
I went through like a 6-month period. I just watched straight romance anime for a period of time, like shortly after COVID.
All right, Self Glazer. Next up we have
You can't even help it.
we have MHA Vigilantes. Peak or weak?
Peak. Sometimes that shit was better than MHA. Right. Oh, crazy. Let's talk about it. Sometimes that shit
I
was
also
better than
didn't
MHA.
watch it, so I did watch it.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I prefer the first season of MHA Vigilantes over MHA, like the OG series.
I won't be mad at it. I ain't gonna lie. I won't be mad at it. Because, like, the thing is, for me, this is how I know personally, because nobody has powers I, like, really enjoy. Like, I don't give a fuck about any of their powers. And that's usually a big need for me in superhero type shows. Like, I like Deku's ability. I like Bakugo's ability. I like, Todoroki's.
Todoroki, yeah.
So, like, even if the story wasn't that great, they could carry based on how cool their abilities were. Knuckle Duster was literally just throwing hands. You feel me? Main character has a slip and slide. You feel me? Like, what's her name? Hey, why am I blanking on her name?
Pop Step.
Pop Step.
Smoke.
Pop Smoke. Yeah. Pop Step. Like, her powers are cool, but it wasn't like something like I was super excited to see. Like, she's just more of a cool character, which is what I'm trying to say. I just like the way they wrote the story. It was good. It was interesting. I like it.
Yeah, I like the character dynamics. I like how like their interactions and stuff. I feel like their interactions are like a little more natural than like Bakugo and Deku and Todoroki's.
Yeah, facts. It could also be because they're a little older. They're all like college age. It seems like, so
a little bit more well versed.
Yeah.
And Knuckle Duster is like one of like my favorite characters in the series
facts,
right now.
Facts. He might be one of my just favorite characters in MHA.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying in the MHA series. Yeah,
he's hilarious. Bro was literally just punching on niggas.
Impact framed on his daughter as well.
Bro, impact frame on his daughter. Bro, he had the dude rig the taser to supercharge that bitch, and he hit her with everything he had. He said, almighty punch. I ain't never that is. He said, my daughter's tough like me. She gonna take it. I'm like, that's all right.
He did his own version of Detroit Smash. He had like
Literally.
the trenches smash.
Bro, Chicago smash.
Child services smash.
Brooklyn smash. That's crazy.
But yeah, nah, peak definitely. Next
thanks.
up, Fire Force season 3.
I'm gonna say Meek.
I'm not. Yeah, I'll say Meek. I'm not willing to call it mid. It had too many really good moments. I think my expectations made it hard for me to call it peak. But that last episode,
that's fair.
Yeah, that
That's
last
fair.
episode, hey. But I'll give it Meek. I'll give it extremely hot Meek.
Valid.
Yeah. But
Nah, I agree. I think at the end it really picked up. So
Mhm.
I got to give it its flowers. The last 2 episodes were amazing.
y'all give
Definitely
it that.
put that on
I'll give
peak.
it that.
Or not
I'll
peak.
say.
Not peak. Not peak. No, you know, nah,
If you want to give it to, I respect
Nah,
it.
fuck
You-
it. I'll say
look,
peak.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad
I'll
at
say
it.
peak.
It was supposed to be peak.
I think it was still like
Peak
it was
mid.
still it was good.
Peak mid.
Very watch-
Peak
yeah.
mid, 100%.
Peak mid.
Extremely peak mid. I even give it extremely. You feel me?
It's still very watchable. Like it
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
no.
Facts.
Fair enough.
It just. Do you think that's the type of animation we're getting for the rest of Fire Force? That stiff ass.
I hope not, because like
Because again, the best cut of animation I saw was Smoke. What's his name?
I'm
The dude with the
forgetting
smoke ability.
Yeah.
What was it like
no,
Kurano
the-
or some shit like that? I
Something like
forgot.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I learned his name. He's my favorite character now. That was the best cut of animation. Of just like, to where everything's flowy, like the jacket, the hair. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like it just wasn't. Everything else was stiff. Shima versus Burns was like super stiff.
Until
Yeah.
like,
Burns
the,
did
until like the
anything-
last like 2 minutes, where all of a sudden we got blessed by some shit.
Bro, but they weren't doing anything. Like, it was just like them pushing against each other with heat. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I know. I'm just talking about that, but we had got like the different like aerial views, and they had switched up the little like
They hit,
did.
Nah,
That's what I said.
it was
That's what I said.
weird.
The last like
it was
the
weird
last
because
two-
but they would
last
mix
2
in
minutes.
some more like bullshit. Like he would do
Yeah.
like some ballerina shit, then it would be like a real stiff ass kick once he actually like if Burns was actually moving, that fight would have been problematic. Burns standing in the same place made that fight okay, but if he was moving as much as Sheen was moving, then they would have got exposed. Their animation would have got exposed.
Yeah.
Nah, I agree. I'm not even gonna argue against that. Next up, peak or week, Windbreaker. That shit was peak. That shit was way better than the first season. I thought the writing took a step up.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
I like the Sakura's character development. I thought Sakura's character development was amazing. They introduced some dope ass like characters too, like villain wise, like Endo, and they just introduced like the Rengoku 2.0, Femboy Rengoku.
Femboy Rengoku's crazy.
he looks pretty tough too, so I'm excited. And they gave us like Boferin Lord too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
facts.
what's the shit called? Furin or Boferin? I forgot.
No, you said it right.
Boferin,
Yeah.
yeah, right, yeah.
But
Can you say it was peak too?
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Hmm?
All right, look, I'm gonna pick my battles today. What's up next, Marcus?
and last but not least, to wrap it up, we have To Be Hero X peak or weak.
Extremely peak,
Yeah. It deserves,
exuberantly peak,
if it can get more glazed than peak, I would give it.
the full diaspora of peak.
Ever since I said diaspora, this nigga can't stop saying.
I was hoping you give me a word to use today. It's all right. I'm gonna wait till it comes. Pause.
Hey yo. All right, so
Oh, they said mid in the chat. Y'all
that's
said
crazy.
mid in the chat. TikTok, what's up? TikTok A, I guess. I said answer me. I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel not like you're not heard.
that is
Hey,
crazy.
Isabella. To Be Hero X, my favorite of the season. Some episodes are mid. Honestly, even the episodes are mid were still better than they were mid and To Be Hero X standards. They were still better than the field. You know what I
What
mean?
episodes were mid though? Like
I don't think they were, but the ones I know people are gonna say is probably Lucky Cyan's first episode. That's better than 90% of the anime that was coming out with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think what else people might call mid.
like I also want to understand why are niggas calling it mid? Is it because it wasn't like
You
a
know
crazy
why?
fight?
It's because it's a girl, and because I
It
think
wasn't
it
a
was
crazy
because it's a
fight?
girl. No, that's the only reason. It wasn't a crazy fight. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Nah.
Whole time, Lucky Cyan is one of my favorite characters. And she's Hero X's favorite character, so fuck y'all.
shit.
Literally, he be at all her shows. Literally. But that's that, you know, that's why. It's a little girl, it's not a guy. There wasn't a fight. So like for people looking for both of those, it's not there. You gotta
Shit.
rely on the story, which was great, but
She had good writing. Like
yeah, facts. It was great writing. They said, yeah, Lucky Cyan and Loli. Loli's episode was fire though. Like
hating.
yeah, I guess. Whatever.
Bro, we had Ironheart, bro. I don't want to hear
Literally. Literally.
We actually did.
Next week we gotta talk about White Panther.
it. Oh, I've been waiting for that conversation.
We don't talk about it. I gotta actually look at it, but we gotta talk about it. Dang, I guess we can push the summer anime lineup to next week, but that's gonna be the first thing we talk about because if we did that, we'll be here for another hour.
Oh, next week I'm not gonna be around.
First it was Jay, now it's Marcus.
Damn, that's right. That's right. And they said we gotta talk about Boruto too. Damn.
Oh, Bora mids. Damn.
How should we? You know what? Fuck it. We can still talk about the summer anime lineup when you get back. Let's talk about Boruto real quick. Then we'll answer some comments, questions, and call it a day. Boruto. What happened in the last chapter? They got a chapter release. That's like a week and a half old now, huh?
Yeah.
That is a week and a half old.
Did we talk about it last episode? I feel like we did.
Oh, we talked about the leaks.
Oh, the leaks. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because like Kawaki pulled up with that crazy aura farm.
Actually, while we're here, since Black Clover is getting an anime announcement this week, how do you guys feel about Black Clover maybe skipping the line on Boruto?
Completely fine with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. It's closer to being done manga wise anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, there's way more material for the Black Clover manga to adapt than there's for the Boruto one. So I don't really see a problem with it. Bro, just let Boruto not finish, but like get ahead, ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like that monthly schedule is not helping it in terms of like with getting more production ready for Boruto in general. At least like we got at least how many chapters now for Black Clover? Like 40, 50? Maybe?
Nigga, it might be almost 100 at this point. I mean, like when you consider the fact that the last 10 chapters are like 50, what are they, 50-page chapters damn near? Or,
I think that they're even longer.
I thought they're close to like 70.
Yeah, it might be. I think 70. Yeah, I'm thinking about Boruto being 50 almost, or 40 something. So yeah, nah, they definitely have enough runway. I mean, if they go the seasonal format, you could do either because you still have to finish the prophecy arc in Boruto, and then we got one whole arc as far as the introduction of the Shinju. So they could, but like y'all said, I'd rather them wait anyways. Give us more runway. Also, I don't trust Studio Parrot yet. I know they're doing amazing with Bleach, but I need to see them how they handle Black Clover because they did Black Clover kind of similar to Boruto in a lot of ways. You know what I mean?
I think also that weekly
filler.
That's filler.
That weekly schedule was kind of fucking them up too. Still,
hey, they were still putting up gold for being weekly.
I completely agree.
Like they have SP. They
had some amazing cuts.
Yeah,
but
bro, it's like you see the shit they were able to do on a weekly schedule, and you just wonder to yourself like what Black Clover and Boruto would have looked like on a season, like 12 episode season type of run,
bro. All those fights, dog. I wish they would have. Think about Kaoki versus Boruto or Kawashiki versus Boroshiki on a weekly format. That fight would have been so much better. It was still good to me. I don't know. People be hating on it. I get it.
I enjoyed it.
You know what I mean? But if on a weekly schedule, dog, that shit would have been amazing. If they would have been able to get Vincent in there, you know what I mean, with some good scheduling, let him bless it a little bit.
That fight, I think the reason why people shit on that fight is because it was so good in the manga. Like, if they adapted it the way that, like,
did he do the
full potential? Yeah, he did the Rasengan.
Yeah, he did.
But like,
I gotta rewatch it.
It's just like that entire arc. Like, it could have been way better. It could have been way better.
I agree. Well, we'll see when it comes back. All right, let's open up to the viewers. We got a little time for the viewers. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit the comments with any questions you have. We'll try to scroll up and see the ones we've missed so far. Let's see. Damn, it's hard to read with this background.
My bad.
No, that's what I asked for. You're great. You're great. You're fine. That's wait, somebody had a good one. I just lost
Somebody
it.
said anime fell off once the isekai genre came out. I don't think that's true.
Hey.
Like, there's always gonna be like low tier niggas in a group. Like, everybody can't be high tier. There's always gonna be low tier niggas, but the high tier shit was still cooking and carrying. So I can't really say like fell off.
Yeah, they yapping a little bit. This is a good one though. This is a good one. It said, in your opinions, which one of y'all have the worst takes? Damn. Which one of us have the worst takes?
Honestly, let the comments
Actually,
decide.
yeah, you know, right. Before we give our answer, comments, let us know in the comments who y'all think has the worst takes out of me, Marcus, and Ken.
Damn, Boruto fan said gotta go to Jay, excluding Marcus Rage Bait.
Oh, that's crazy.
Can be wilding sometimes.
That's crazy. All right, we got one Jay, one Ken.
Def
Ken is crazy. Jay, okay, me and Jay are 2-2.
2-2. That's crazy.
See, even
in my defense, it's just not as obvious when I'm trolling. Marcus has a whole different voice when he's trolling.
Got the worst. Jay got the best. That's crazy.
There we go.
Oh my God, Glaze.
Isabella does not count. Isabella does not.
What?
Isabella's always on your corner.
Hey, but she supports everybody, so she's probably the most honest.
No, Isabella do support everybody.
She's the most honest out of everybody.
She do.
Chaos Venom was looking Jay from
I think her point should be weighted about 10. Can't be talking about Mama, so I don't know if his takes are accurate. Hey, but when you hear his anime takes, that's how you know he be getting exposed.
Oh,
bro, don't act. Just shoot back. No, don't make me explain my bullshit.
Prove it,
nigga. Let's see. All right. If I had to say who has the worst natural take, so we take out.
He said Demon Slayer mid is a W take. That's you're right. Right. That Demon Slayer manga is atrociously mid.
Oh my God. He be having like the low hanging fruit peak takes. Like he'll have a really good take about something that's extremely low. You feel me? Me and Marcus, I feel like there's a higher degree of difficulty with our takes.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Type shit.
Kim will be like, dog, One Piece is the longest manga ever.
I don't even no, you overgeneralizing that shit. I do not be saying shit like that.
You right.
You dumbing it down now, man.
You right. I think we're equal.
At least throw a diaspora in there, goddammit. Like
Ken be using his vocabulary is just better than mine and Marcus's, so it sounds like his takes are better. That's all it is. He uses a beautiful vocabulary for terrible takes. Marcus just says his terrible takes extremely loud, and I say my terrible takes like they're extremely right. So we just all have different sauces with our terrible takes. You feel me?
Y'all, I was about to drop a 5-minute worst take video, but I shelved it. Jay and Marcus saw it. I just decided to shelf it.
we wanted him to post it too.
I wanted him to drop that. So you talking about the LTM?
Yeah.
No, he's not explaining this right. Ken was about to drop a 5-minute crash out. Go through his videos right now and find 5 of them that have no green screen. This man recorded 5 minutes straight, no green screen. No, that's how mad he was. I wish he would drop it. One of these days I might leak it. Just I might leak it for y'all. But that fan base gonna come for his ass though. We might have to all like go to war with him.
He was about to have Tower of God versus Lord of the Mysteries fans.
No, literally. Oh, he wouldn't need our help at that point, I guess. Tower of God fans will ride for real.
No, I would have had Shadow Slave and Tower God niggas riding to war.
But neither of those have an anime, so once the show gets an anime, that's when things get a little bit devious.
No, true. And
then Tower God got a mid anime, so it's like I don't know. He might have needed our help. We might have to pull in some Kagurabachi and JJK sauce.
I'll do a binding vow.
They said drop the vid.
I'll sacrifice T-Bait for the rest of my life.
10,000 likes, I'll drop the vid. Nah, I'm playing.
I'm surprised nobody got any other questions or topics.
Nah, facts. They started talking about our mid
Or
takes
hot
and went on a
takes.
roll.
Yeah. We talk about our hot takes all the time. How about y'all in the comments give us some hot ass takes?
Yeah, facts. Lord of the Mysteries made my headache worse. I'll retry another time. I feel you, bro.
No, that can give you a seizure on the right type of day.
Isabella be on my ass too. She was like, I know Jay won't, but any of you watching the Fragrant Flower blooms with dignity.
Oh no, I got that on my list for sure.
Yeah, I definitely got that on my list too. I definitely want to go check that out.
I got that on my list too. Right next to Vinland Saga and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, that nigga ain't ever tapping
it. Yeah, fuck with solo leveling before it blew up or in general. I never peeped solo leveling before.
I didn't know what a solo leveling was before it blew up, but I read the manga now, so I mean, we locked in.
Yeah, I was the only one who knew about early on.
Yeah, facts. But he was too busy glazing Tower of Mid to talk about it.
Hey, no. I got footage. I got footage talking about shit. Come on now.
Ooh, we got one. Boruto fan says solo leveling better than Freerun.
In what way?
Every single way possible. Better characters, better writing, better animation,
better world building,
fights, better world building,
better direction, better sound scoring.
Freerun, get past the first episode. You might fall asleep that first episode. You might fall asleep the first like 6 episodes.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to attack this because
bro.
Honestly, Freerun got better animation than solo leveling. That's not even debatable. It got better animation than solo leveling.
It's better animation moments, 100%.
I would say consistently.
Okay, type shit.
Nah, type shit.
Writing, better writing. You could also say has better. You can say it has better. Yeah, not even you could say it does have better characters.
Wait, what?
Freerun has better characters than solo leveling.
Name me a better character than Sung Jin-woo.
Freerun. Fern.
No, wrong.
Name me a better character than Biru.
Than Biru? What is the red hair nigga name?
You don't even know their name.
I forgot his
crazy.
name.
You don't even know their name. How you gonna defend something? You don't even know the name of the character.
Try to ask us to bail him out. We ain't bailing you out, nigga.
Nigga, I got so much up here in the catalog type shit, man. Some of them Asian names be
Nah, we don't stop trolling. Freerun is I mean, I enjoy solo leveling more, but I mean, Freerun.
Oh yeah.
Name 5 solo leveling characters. I got you right now. Sung Jin-woo, Chae In, Go Gun Hee, Choi Jong In, Bike.
So you got
Suyo, Bike Suyo, Bike Suyo. Yeah, fuck you, Boruto fan. Name 5 Boruto characters. You can't name shit.
That's crazy.
Nah, let me chill.
Characters. Hey, not gonna lie, Freerun versus solo leveling is like a Kendrick album versus a Drake album. Like you're gonna enjoy the Drake album more, but I mean, from a music standpoint,
yeah,
it's probably, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no. And the crazy thing is too, like that wasn't even like solo leveling versus. That was Freerun versus season 1 of solo leveling. That wasn't even season 2.
Oh shit, yeah.
Which is crazy.
Solo leveling season 1 had 3 characters.
So it did.
Like I feel like Solo Leveling season 1 is not really with Freerun is not really like a conversation. I feel like season 2 is more of a conversation than season 1 is.
Type shit. We'll see if Freerun ever gets to season 2.
I think it's in production.
Yeah, no, they just confirmed it.
Yeah, it's in production.
All right. See you in about 3 years. When Solo Leveling comes back out, and it's gonna get stomped by the next Solo Leveling arc. Hey, wait, hold on. Based on what we know about the next arc of Solo Leveling, Ken as a reader, even if Freerun comes back, there's gonna be at this point it's gonna be like a LeBron and Jordan, or I guess more like a Steph and LeBron type thing, to where like they're just gonna constantly be compared to each other, especially they drop in the same vicinity. Freerun might have a hard time with season 3 of Solo Leveling.
I agree, because like the allegations that Solo Leveling doesn't have good writing or no writing
or characters.
or characters will go kind of out the window in season 3. So, no, I think it's definitely going to be a bigger conversation for sure because niggas who say it has no writing don't really know what writing or good writing is. So
Leveling about to come back from down 3-1.
Facts. They just mad that a nigga executed writing with one character.
Facts.
Which is kind of crazy.
I will say in a weird way, and this might be a topic for another time, but the final, actually, no, I keep forgetting Marcus is still reading, my bad. But it might be off air topic. But the final war in Soul Leveling did feel a little anticlimactic to me. A little bit. It could have been maybe because the way I was reading, because I had to read and then do summaries on my page or whatever. So like that shit felt like work after a while, but just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not tripping. Like,
no, I don't think you're tripping. It is just a little bit. I would agree.
It might have been like with JJK to where that shit was built up so much and there was so much like aura farming for like the entirety of it that when it got to a point, it's like, damn, how do we even like eclipse this shit? Like,
yeah, but I feel like it's kind of getting like retconned a little bit with Ragnarok.
Ragnarok is doing the Lord's work. Is doing the Lord's work, but we'll shut up about that. My bad. Demon Slayer overhated.
No, it's not. We talking about the manga, right? We talking about manga,
bro. When somebody just says the anime / manga, who the hell is talking about the Demon Slayer, like the manga version of whatever we're talking about? When we just say,
I don't know
the name of it.
Out here.
Nah.
This is why he be gaslighting though, because he be hating on Demon Slayer and then he'll slip in manga later. He doesn't always start with manga. He just hates on Demon Slayer and then like when people defend it, he be like, "But the manga though, you seen the manga? You ain't seen the manga."
Nigga has squibbles in there.
Ken is the definition of the gaslighting. Us.
Well, I don't even know who the author is of Demon Slayer. That's how you know the manga's mid. Y'all know? Y'all say, I know the name of every other new gen mangaka except for Demon Slayer. Does anybody in the chat know?
I actually don't know his name.
Me either.
I think it's a female too.
I think it's a girl, yeah.
Oh, let me chill because they don't call me something I don't want to be called. Never mind. She's a great author, guys. Honestly, she draws like Oda in a fever dream or something. Like if Oda was like sick, you feel me? Like that's kind of artwork I see. Palsy? Yeah, like you know when Oda just be bullshitting. Oh, that's. You know what? That's God telling us. Thank you for watching the Worst Take podcast. This episode 52 is going to be up on YouTube in a few hours. Make sure you guys go to YouTube, subscribe to the page. If you're on YouTube watching this currently, please subscribe. Make sure you like the video, help us in the algorithm. Thank you guys for watching live on TikTok. We'll be back next week. Actually, I'm sorry. We're off next week because Marcus is going out of town. We'll be back in 2 weeks, same time, same place. Usually around noon on Monday. So we'll see you there. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.